It is the week after Aquashella. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. Got some new stuff that I'm going to be working with. Had a good time with Ben. Ben showed me some stuff. Looking forward to implementing that. I'm learning a new video editing software, DaVinci, so things may go a little slower as I put these videos together, but also got some good advice from Ben about getting material and releasing material and editing material. So I had a great time last week. I also had a wonderful time at Aquashella. Got to meet a lot of people. Some people I've met before, some people I've never met. Just enjoyed my time sharing the hobby with everyone, and looking forward to continue that in the future. So definitely, hopefully, they'll give us another date here in Florida for Aquashella next year, so we can spend some more time together. So today I'm going to do a little bit different video than I'm used to doing. Today I'm going to do a bit of an unboxing. So I gave you a quick synopsis of kind of how I even came across this product. It is a Fluval product, but I was watching Katie Cichlids and was just impressed with how she's done just such a tremendous job with her African cichlid tank. And you guys know I'm an African cichlid guy, and I love the idea of trying to create something that makes those fish really pop and look like they're floating kind of in air. And so she went out and bought a couple of UV filters. Ben also has added a couple of UV filters in his fish room. I've really not had any experience other than the ones that come with the Sun, which again, I didn't really know much about. I just turned the switch on and rolled with it till the bulb died. And once the bulb died, then I just kind of used the Sun as a filter. So I'm really excited and curious to see what kind of clarity or what kind of changes may come in my aquarium by using this product. First, I started doing some research on YouTube about UV lights and so on. And of course, I'm kind of want to keep my tank a little bit where I don't have a lot of stuff in it as far as accessories. And so I came across this video on this product here. It's called the FX UVC clarifier. And this is by Fluval. And I know Fluval has some other UV lights out there already on the market for their smaller filters. But this one is a little bit different and fits my needs tremendously because this is set up to go and work with your FX6 or your FX4. Now, I know that I've watched some other videos, so I know there's some adapters that'll take it down to some of the other different filters, but I'm excited to get this installed on my tank. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to open this box up. We'll take a quick look at what's inside. Then I'm going to show you how to put it on. All right, guys, so I did the unboxing, had a little audio trouble, but pretty clear cut. You guys have seen a ton of unboxing. You know, good presentation. Gives you a list of everything on the back here that's included in it. Actually gives you the sizes. You got the I will talk about these adapters later, but they do give the English conversion sizes on it. It talks a bit about the bulb right here. It's providing 6 watts of UV light. I know that a lot of people talk about the wattage on UVs and whether they're good, bad, or whatever. Please remember, this is an inline clarifier, so the idea, and we're going to hear more about it from actually the Fluval rep that I met at Aquashella, but this is basically to clarify your water. This is to kind of help with that algae and that green and brown algae that kind of floats a bit in the water column. This is not going to kill off diseases, so it's not a sterilizer, but it is a clarifier. And that's kind of really what I'm going for. I have a well-established system, so I'm not overly concerned about diseases or anything like that. I do have a tendency sometimes to get that hazy greenish look in my water, and I'm just looking for a way to get rid of it. So what comes in the box? You have your FX Fluval UVC filter or UV clarifier. Again, inlet and an outlet. Also, you get with it a sort of a bracket that you can mount to the cabinet. Now, I will warn you, if you buy this and you decide you want to use the bracket, you will have to get an extra hose. Fluval does sell small short segments of hose that you can mount this remotely on your cabinet and then run the hose from the valve on your outlet to the inlet of the clarifier, and then take the hose that you already have as your discharge or your outlet hose into your tank, and you can connect that to the other side. I am going to be mounting this directly to my FX, and so we're going to do that with this elbow, and they also provide you the hose clamps to do that with. So the other thing is looked at the power plug. It looks like it's about a 6-foot connection, and the connection on it is pretty solid, and again, it's not going to be near water too much, so I'm not overly concerned about it, but they did a good job with that. So with that being said, let's go ahead, let's hook it up, let's show how this thing runs, what it takes to hook it up, and let's go over to the 180. All right guys, so this is the 180 gallon African cichlid tank. As you can tell, it looks pretty good, pretty clean. Sorry for the reflections, you know, I'm shooting this video during the day. So we got a little bit of a football game going over in the left corner, and we got some shades or blinds behind me. But anyway, just wanted to give you guys a quick shot of what's going on. Now, before I start this process, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is, since I've got to put this and disassemble my FX6 a little bit, or at least take the valve or the input, or excuse me, the output side off, I'm going to go ahead and shut that filter down, and because I don't want to create a bag siphon, I will be doing a water change since it's just as good a time as any to do that water change. Now, I usually do about a 50 to 60% water change on this tank about once every 5 to 7 days, so we're going to go ahead and get that started, and then we'll take a look at how to disconnect and reconnect this UV filter to the FX6. All right guys, so I had some audio trouble with this video clip, so I'm doing a quick voiceover, but you see me here at the FX6, and the first thing is, you want to do is shut your filter off or unplug it, and shut those valves. And then here you see me, I'm disconnecting the output. The output is the only side of the pump that you really have to deal with, and then take that output off and then drain that line. And then there's a 90, rubber 90 that goes on the back of the UVC with those same type of ring clips that you're seeing here in the video. I put that onto the UVC, and then I went ahead and put the valve onto that 90. And the idea is this valve is just going to clip right back on where it was before when it was attached to the hose. So then we're going to turn around and take the hose and make sure it's good and straight, and you don't have a whole lot of excess, but we'll take that hose and just basically put it on the other side of the UVC filter, again using those clamps that come with the UVC that are very similar, or actually the same as the clamps that come with the FX that you attach your valves with. So we tighten that up, and then we just simply snap it back on just like you would if you were doing filter maintenance, and you're pretty much good to go. And you plug it in, open your valves, and let it go. Alright guys, so this is plugged in now, and if you can see, there's a little blue light right there that tells me the UV is working. And so we'll run this for a few days and we'll see what it's like. And I'm going to do this probably, maybe 30 days or so, and I'll come back and I'll give you a quick talk. I'll go over what's on this tank and how that UV filter is doing. All right guys, so this is kind of where the tank is right now. As you can tell, if you're like me, you've probably experienced this. Anytime you shut your filters off, unfortunately what happens is the junk that's in the pipes and so forth, when you turn them back on, kind of blows out. So the tank is looking pretty murky and ugly right now, but we'll come back in a little bit and look at it. But we do have everything hooked up and there are no leaks on anything. Filter's running good, and we're going to go ahead and plug it in. All right guys, so that is me installing the new FX UVC. I'll do a review on it for the next 30 to 45 days. I'll get back with you to see, you know, what I think of it, if it made a difference or I feel like it made a difference. But before we go, again, I don't know much about this stuff, and so I wanted to go to the experts. And so at Aquashella, I had the opportunity to interview the rep for Fluval, and I'm going to give him just a minute or two to kind of share with you guys a little bit about the technical stuff and how this filter works and what Fluval did to design this. So let's go check out the Fluval rep and see what he's got to say. All right, guys, I am here with Jonathan with Fluval. As you guys know, I just recently purchased the FX UVC, which is new to the market, and going to put it on my 180-gallon African tank to see what I can do to make those fish look like they're floating on air. So I want to ask him a question. I'm kind of just going to turn it over to him because I know nothing about these things, and I want him to kind of talk a little bit about the differences that I've seen and heard on the internet talking about wattage and his product and gallons per hour and how all that works with this new UVC. So I'm going to give him the mic and I'm going to let him run with the technical information.
All right, guys. So really the main difference between the Fluval FX UVC and other clarifiers that are out there is that we use a bulb, a special bulb. It's a CCFL bulb, so it's going to run cool, and that's what's going to allow it to last longer than traditional fluorescent bulbs. A traditional fluorescent bulb gets really warm, and when it warms, it actually will create a calcium buildup on the bulb itself, which is going to decrease the effectiveness of the bulb. So since ours runs cool, there's no calcium buildup, it's going to last about 20,000 hours. That's going to be the major difference between our product and the other products that are out there now.
Awesome, awesome. So your UVC is designed for clarifying the water. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the Fluval FX UVC is going to be good for green and cloudy water specifically.
Okay, and one of the myths or things I've heard is about the amount of water flow, about slowing it down to give the water more time on the light. How is that with your product?
Yeah, so ours is rated for up to 925 gallons an hour, which is what the FX6 moves. So if you had it on a smaller filter, you're going to get more contact time because that water is going to be moving slower and it's going to be able to even do a quicker and more efficient job. It can be used on our FX filters, it can be used on our 07 filters, and it can also be used on any other canister filter that's out there today.
Okay, John, and one last thing, as I started looking around, you know, we talked earlier, I got it on eBay, so I got one of the pre-releases that somebody sold me.
Yep.
And so I know it's been released in November, this month.
Yep.
So where can they look for it? Because I have looked high and wide, and I'm not able to find it. Tell them where they can get that product.
Yep, so this product's going to be available at your local fish store. You can also find it on eBay as well. But really encourage you guys to go to your local fish store. If they don't have it and they have Fluval products, they can certainly order it for you. It is something we have in stock right now in our warehouse and available to ship to your local retailer.
Awesome. Jonathan, thank you so much. I appreciate the breakdown on this. It helps me a lot to understand what I'm going to be using, and hopefully it'll help my viewers as well.
Very good. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thanks. All right, guys, so there you have it. You get it straight from the horse's mouth. The Fluval rep gives us some good information on this new FX UVC that I've hooked up to my FX6. Looking forward to seeing how it produces, and if the tank looks clear, I'll get with you guys probably in 30-45 days. I'll give a quick review on it, let you know what I think. Again, this is not sponsored by Fluval. I went ahead and paid for this out of my own pocket. Again, found it on eBay. I guess it was sent to a distributor first. Distributor didn't use it, put it out on eBay, sold it, so I was able to get my hands on it before they released it in November. And as you heard, if you're interested in getting one of these, check out your local fish stores that rep Fluval, and they have access to them. If they don't have them on the shelf, you can order it through them. But If you guys like the video, if you want to see more content like this or anything else, please do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell, let YouTube know there's something good going on out here. And so until next time, guys, you know what's coming. That's right. With or without a UV, keep loving the fish.